Hello, site leaders, and welcome to virtual site leader training. Normally we have this in our office with food and everybody gets to hang out together and ask questions. This year's a little different, so hopefully this virtual site leader training will answer most of your questions regarding the upcoming event. Let's get started. So we'll start with cleanup supplies. Here you see listed in bold the supplies that you will be picking up from the Fox Wolf Watershed Alliance office. I can tell you our address right now, but I will also provide that in the email to you. It is 309 East Kimberly Avenue in Kimberly, Wisconsin. So these are the things that you will be picking up from our office. So on your clipboard, you will find forms. You will find a check-in sheet noting the name of the volunteer along with their t-shirt size, extra waiver forms, a trash tally, site map, and photo contest information sheets. You will also have gloves. I have different colors for the different glove sizes. For example, mediums are purple, larges are black, and double XL gloves are blue. That will hopefully help keep them separated and you can easily see what size they are. This year, instead of small hand sanitizer bottles, we have hand sanitizer pumps. You'll find trash bags, trash grabbers. This year, everybody will get to use their very own trash grabber, which is something that volunteers requested after last year's event. You'll find t-shirts for those who registered by August 3rd, a first aid kit, one at every site. And then we also this year have disposable face masks. They're not enough for every single volunteer at your site, but we provided a few just in case someone forgot theirs and wanted to wear a mask while cleaning up. So the day of the event, we ask that site leaders arrive no later than 8:45 in the morning and go to the meeting spot that's indicated on your site's map. Please set up your check-in sign, which is new this year. It's just a brightly colored laminated sign that you can either put on the pavilion or stick into the ground. Either works. It just helps volunteers know that they're in the right place for check-in. Please also wear your site leader button and site leader face mask. The face mask is reusable, high quality, and it says site leader on it. We ask that volunteers wear those during check-in. Then you'll check in volunteers as they come. Check them off the sheet. Again, the sheet is provided. If a volunteer comes that is not listed on your sheet, please write their name on the sheet. There'll be extra lines available, and then also have them sign one of the provided waiver forms. So walk-up volunteers, if they're under 18 and they don't have a parent or guardian with them, are not able to participate. If they did come and have a parent or guardian with them, even if they plan to leave, they need to at least sign the waiver form. After that, please distribute supplies to volunteers. You have the option of handing them out to the volunteers, or you could set them into individual piles and just have the volunteers come and pick them up, whatever works best for you. This year, we will have a welcome script, so 1 to 2 paragraphs that talks about how to welcome volunteers, why the event is important, different informational pieces about the event, including the photo contest. We hope that this just makes it a little easier so you know exactly what you can say to volunteers when you're welcoming them in the morning. Again, please let volunteers know about the photo contest. We'll have a handout available that goes over the different photo contest categories, enough for each family or group participating. They will also receive this information in a volunteer email that will go out before the cleanup event. After that, please direct volunteers to areas of your location for cleanup. Entire sites are designated for cleanup, not just the shoreline and riverfront, although there is priority along shorelines and riverfronts. A really important part of for site leaders would be tracking the trash that's collected. We provide a trash tally sheet, and we also hope that volunteers would kind of keep track of what they're picking up as they're cleaning up. Some of the things that we track include plastic bags, balloons, tires, electronics, straws. recycle bags, and full trash bags collected. Please place the collected trash in either a dumpster if your site has one, or in the spot that's indicated on your site map. Most spots for trash pickup are located near a parking lot so that the municipalities can easily pull into the parking lot and pick up the trash. This year, we're asking site leaders to leave unused supplies at your site's meeting location. After the cleanup, Fox Wolf staff will come along and pick up the unused supplies. So your check-in sheets will be created either Sunday, August 16th or early morning, Monday, August 17th. Registration will close on Sunday, August 16th at about 8 p.m. So when we go to organize supplies on Monday the 17th, everything will be up to date for those who had registered. So nobody will be able to register after the event. You will have enough supplies for everybody that's going to be at your site. That being said, people can and do sometimes walk up volunteer the day of the event. That is fine. If we have enough extra supplies for them, that's great. Sometimes they'll bring their own, but as a reminder, just please write their name on the check-in sheet and have them sign one of the waivers. If for some reason your site has a lot of walk-up volunteers, they can just share one of the waiver forms and have multiple volunteers sign those sheets. Some sites do not have a lot of large trash items like signs and tires and that sort of thing, but it's really important that volunteers understand that all trash matters. Most of the sites that I clean up on my own, I find little bits of plastic, I find cigarette butts. That's really important for volunteers to pick up because sometimes it's the smaller plastic pollution that causes greater issues in our environment. This year with electronics, please leave them outside of your bag. That way, when the municipality comes to pick up your garbage, if they're able to recycle it, they'll be able to see it. Due to COVID-19, we will not be hosting a cleanup picnic this year, as it's not safe to bring hundreds and hundreds of volunteers together at one site. That being said, we really are going to miss this event this year, and we're already planning to have a cleanup picnic in 2021, so we hope to see you there. Tires. Oftentimes, every year, we do find some amount of tires at our sites. Because we are not having a cleanup picnic, we cannot have volunteers bring them to Appleton. So instead, if you happen to find a tire or tires at your site, I am asking site leaders to either text me or call me. It's me, Kelly. So my phone number is 920-915-1502. I will, either myself or Fox Wolf staff will come to your site and pick up those tires, where we can then bring them to Firestone and Appleton for recycling. Safety is really important with the cleanup event, so definitely use caution when cleaning up. Rocks can be slippery or unstable. The Fox River can have really strong currents. We ask that all volunteers wear safe shoes, no flip-flops while cleaning up. Every year, sites find needles, unfortunately, so we leave that up to the volunteer. If you feel comfortable picking up needles, please use your trash grabber to do so, and then please put the needles either into a aluminum can or a plastic bottle, so that way the needle can't poke through the bag. All sites have a first aid kit for minor injuries. Of course, if there's a major emergency, please call 911. And then, of course, don't risk your life trying to get a piece of trash. It is not worth it. We also learned last year that our trash grabbers do not float. So if you drop them into the water, you only have a couple of seconds to grab it before it's going to sink to the bottom. Again, please wear your site leader mask during check-in. If you do not feel comfortable or it gets too hot to wear it afterwards, we totally understand. But check-in is when you'll be around the most amount of people, so we do ask you to wear your mask at that time. And then we also ask to have you remind volunteers to practice social distancing while cleaning up. We'll also have this message in our email to volunteers before the event. And then please leave hand sanitizer and extra gloves out at the check-in site so that they're easily accessible to volunteers who may need to access them during the event. Of course, we have the cleanup photo contest. We have this every year. This year I added a few categories and took out a couple as well. But so some of them may look familiar to you. A new one would be cleanup by boat, kayak, or canoe. Best social distancing photo. That one needs to have at least 2 volunteers in the photo. Best GIF or short video. And then best trophy is also new. Trophy is a trash selfie. And coolest find is a new category as well. So hopefully volunteers try to make those happen. We continue to use the hashtag Foxwolf Cleanup. We've been using this since 2015. So the only way for us to see your photos using this hashtag is if your posts are public on social media sites. So if you can remind volunteers to make their photos public using the hashtag, that would be really helpful. If volunteers do not feel comfortable making their photos public, they can always just email them to me, kelly@fwwa.org. So new in 2020, again, we have new site leader, reusable site leader masks. All site leaders will receive a site leader roll-up blanket, thanks to 4imprint. We will continue to recycle, but it's really important for this year to remind volunteers that we are only recycling cans, glass bottles, and plastic bottles. Last year we had volunteers trying to shove paper and just scraps of plastic into the recycling bags, but unfortunately Outagamie County Recycling is not able to take those items. So a real focus on just cans, glass bottles, and plastic bottles. Again, like I mentioned earlier, we are providing a script or like a welcome note that you can give to your volunteers to make sure that you've covered everything that's important before the event. And then also from 4imprint, all volunteers this year will receive a pair of sunglasses, so that's pretty fun. I always end my presentations with take lots of photos. So this is how I get to see the event. This is how all of our volunteers get to see how the event took place throughout the basin. This is how we show our municipalities how many volunteers were in their cities, towns, and villages. And this is also what we show our sponsors to show that they supported a really fun and awesome event. So please try to take as many pictures as possible. Also, with the email that you receive this video, you will also receive a PDF of the site leader training. And then you'll also receive a PDF of the welcome script and a Word document of the welcome script. So that way, if you want to adjust it with your own words, you can totally do that. And then next week, I will send out another email to you with updated office hours so that you can know which days work best for you to come in and pick up supplies. Hopefully, this video answers a lot of the questions you may have. If you have any other questions, please reach out to me. I'm available most of the day until 8 o'clock at night. You can call me at 920-915-1502, and then you can also email me, kelly@fwwa.org. Thank you, and I look forward to another great cleanup event.